Welcome back to the Little Twist Big Shout podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Little Twist Big Shout podcast. Just a quick check-in on this episode. Lampard signs a new contract, new kit divides opinion, and we dip back into the transfer rumours, plus another True Sky Blue or No Clue with Eden. Great, so I hope you're all doing well. So Frank Lampard signed a new contract, which I think is really good news in terms of continuity. The squad seemed very happy. Obviously did an absolutely fantastic job last year. Premier League is going to be a big challenge, and I guess one of the advantages we have is that he has been here before. He knows the level. That can only be an asset, really, for a squad that lacks real Premier League experience. We know that the team is talented. We know they're all, in most cases, improving players. A lot of it is going to be down to belief and, just believing they belong there. Like players like Sakamoto, players like Mason Clark. We know they can cause Premier League defenders problems, but they have to believe that they belong there. And, obviously we've got a really tough start, but that could work to our advantage if Sakamoto puts Nkapie on his bum, puts a cross in for Ellis or Hadji to tap home in the first game against the champions. That sets him up for the season, doesn't it? Likewise, Mason Clark. So, glad that they got the contract done with Lampard. I know there were a lot of rumours swirling around. I don't know how much of that was just, the normal kind of contract negotiations and trying to get the best deal, or how much there was actual genuine interest from the likes of Palace and Fulham, as was rumoured in the media. But whatever the case, really good that we got Frank to sign, and I think that continuity will be really, really helpful for the squad. It's a happy camp, isn't it? It's good seeing all the players back in pre-season. Few little videos and clips that we've seen. Everyone looks happy and ready to go. Really good to get that done. And let's hope that the moves that we make in the transfer market really work out. I think from the little clips and things that Lampard said, I think he is looking for reinforcements and players that he thinks can guaranteed do a job at Premier League level. And we've seen that he is pretty ruthless in terms of when he's picked a player, or if he thinks the player is the better player, they play regardless of sentiment. So will be really interesting to see what the team looks like come, September or October, after that long international break, when any new players have had a chance to bed in, and that's kind of like what the first team will be from that point on. So yeah, we're really interesting to see what the team looks like at that point, because it's such an unknown quantity, our squad, isn't it? Like, we know they're talented. We know they've done a fantastic job last year. At the same time, apart from Frank Onyeka, there's not really any genuine Premier League experience. We know Matt Grimes has played a few games. Ellis has played a few games. Wolfenden played a few games, but none of them really. You wouldn't be sort of banking that as real dirt under the fingernails Premier League experience, apart from Frank Onyeka, who obviously played over 50 games and was a big part of Brentford in their first season. So interesting times. But yeah, great to get Frank Lampard's contract done. Don't want any distractions. All right, Eden. So how are you doing?
Good.
Good. the boys are back in pre-season. They've done some fitness tests. It's getting exciting. That means the season's getting closer. It'll be good to see all of the images and footage that the club puts out of all the pre-season. So, not a super long episode. Dad's going to talk a bit more about some of the transfer rumours, and we'll have a talk about the new kit release and get our thoughts on that. And then have another segment of True Sky Blue or No Clue. Hopefully you can get a few right this time, Eden. So, firstly, can I ask your thoughts on the kit? I'm going to show you some of the pictures. Have a flick through. What are your thoughts on the new kit? Stripes rather than plain sky blue.
I like the pictures.
You like the pictures?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the kit?
I don't really like it, but maybe I could grow on it or something.
It might grow on you. Yeah, I feel the same. It's not my favourite. Apparently, it's been planned for quite a while because it's a homage to the 1987 kit where we won. From what I've heard, people are saying it does look a bit nicer in person. So let's see. I've got a top for me and a top for you. So let's see when we get it whether we like it a bit more. Okay. All right. Well, any thoughts on the first pre-season footage that you've seen?
Yes. Actually.
You care to share them at all?
I'm happy.
What, to see the players back?
I'm happy to see them in the Premier League.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I'm happy to see them play Arsenal.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Yeah, it was good to see them back training. The fitness test looked like it was pretty tough. Quite funny videos. Yeah. It's good to see Frank the Tank back.
Yeah.
Victor Tor, Milan.
Great.
All right. Well, we'll leave that bit there.
Yeah.
I think you probably need some more behind the scenes antics for you to get a bit more enthusiastic about it, the pre-season. Yes. And before I forget, I'm going to talk about this more later, but you'll never guess what's happened.
What?
So you know that we had a Genoa sign, so your sister's Noah. We had a Onyeka sign, that's your name. So you never guess what's happened.
What?
Well, you know Dad is called Loum.
Yes.
We've signed a player called Loum.
What?
Can you believe it?
No.
So from one Loum to another, welcome to the club. But yeah, no, he's actually from Chad as well. Can you believe it? Dada's from Chad. Dad's dad,
what?
Chad. So yeah, it's really exciting. And a good omen. Yeah, how crazy is that?
Crazy.
Okay. So I think that we'll leave that there, and we'll Dad will talk about the transfers and stuff like that, and then we'll do True Sky Blue or No Clue. All right, play up Sky Blues.
Little twist, big shout. Little twist, big shout. Little twist, big shout. Little twist, big shout.
Hello, SBA. How we doing? So, quick catch up on some of the latest news coming out of Coventry. Great news to get Liam Kelly in as head of development, coaching the under-21s. I think that's a really good move. Obviously, he has a real affinity for the club since his time here, captain when we got promoted. I remember from all the interviews, it was a common thing whenever I said they were asked, who's likely to be a manager. Liam Kelly was always one that people referenced. So good luck to Liam on his coaching journey. I think it's a good move from the club. He's kind of recent times as well, so should have that respect from the players. And yeah, it'd be exciting to see how that goes. I I think that's probably one of the next steps in terms of the club's development, is to improve the academy, try and get that up to Category A if we can, because that'll be a surefire way of kind of sustaining the club going forward. It's good being able to scout, buy the talent. Even better if you can develop it and get a few good seasons out of players and then move them on, which would be obviously really good for the long-term future of the club. So yeah, no, really good move. Welcome back, skipper, to Liam Kelly. And then transfers, obviously confirmed now. We've got Loum, which is an incredibly special one for me because my dad is from Chad. My name is Nanja Loum, so he's got a similar name to me. Born in N'Djamena, obviously represents France. I think his brothers play for Chad. But yeah, really talented player. And, I'm super excited about that. Cards on the table. I'm going to be a bit biased about this one. I really want the lad to do well. I think it's an exciting signing. We're still, I think, in the realm of raw potential. And it's Loum's job to put it all together on a consistent basis. He's got all the talent, came through the Rennes Academy. That is, if not the best, one of the best in France. Serious talent comes through Rennes. You don't even get into that academy unless you're oozing with talent. Yeah, one of the top percentage of talented youngsters in the area. That academy has produced Ousmane Dembele, Desiree Doué, Camavinga, who's at Real Madrid. These are like French internationals, been incredibly talented players. And so Loum would have had really good training, good fundamentals, good coaching in his development. And so, this is an exciting prospect for the club to develop. He's also got good experience. He's played in Serie A with Lazio, played in Ligue 1 in France, obviously with Rennes, and also got some Premier League experience with Burnley last year. The numbers don't always look fantastic. Like, it's not tons of goals and assists. So that's something that he'll have to develop and add to get those numbers up, because ultimately that's eventually what you're judged on. But yeah, no, really exciting one, this one. And I'd like to think over the next couple of seasons, he'll be a really big asset to the club. It's a big fee, obviously, 20 million. I'm assuming that includes all of the add-ons, appearances for France. That's another thing. He has represented France at every level. From under 16 up to under 21, played in the Euros recently where France reached the semi-final. So, this is a guy that is really, really talented, got good pedigree. I think the academies in France are probably the best in the world in terms of just developing young talent. There's not as much money in the French game in terms of broadcast rights and all those kinds of things. So the lifeblood of the league and the clubs is developing and selling talent. So they're really good at it. And so, yeah, it'd be really good to see what our team can do with Loum. And I think it'd probably be a rotation with Sakamoto in the first season. I think he's a right winger, left-footed, but off the right. And, over the next couple of years, you'd expect him to take that spot. But really good. Obviously, we love Sakamoto. We know, I'm really looking forward to what he can do in the Premier League. And then to have a player with the raw attributes that suit the Premier League, like he's quick, he's strong, skillful. He was Burnley's fastest player last year. I checked all the fastest players in the Premier League. So he was kind of in that bracket with like Shada from Brentford and Barry from Everton. So really quick player. Good skills and strength. So really looking forward to seeing what Loum can do. So that's exciting. I've discussed with Eden, obviously, the good omen that we've now got a Noah, an Onyeka, and a Loum. So all of my name and my kids' names. So silly little things, but these are the things you hang on to, right? When good omen, I think that means we're going to stay up. Right. Yeah, so in terms of the other rumours, the ones I saw this week were Patrick Berg, who's obviously had a really good World Cup for Norway, plays for Bodo Glimt. Good player. Haven't seen tons of him. I didn't watch too much of the Bodo Glimt in the Champions League. Little highlights here and there. Was impressed with him for Norway. Seems to be a clever player. Good energy. Passing seemed decent. So, his chances created seems to be one of his strengths. So yeah, I think really good midfielder, and would be an exciting signing. He spent most of his career at Bodo Glimt. He did have a period in France at Lens, which I don't think went too well. Played 16 games in a 21-22 season for them, and then played 3 games the next season before returning to Bodo. So he spent most of his career there, and that might be a slight concern, but he's an experienced player now. I believe he's 28. So yeah, you'd hope that if that's a signing we could make, that would be someone who would be able to slot straight in and perform at that Premier League level. Good Champions League experience, obviously played against some of the best players in that competition. So another one that would be exciting. I think kind of interesting to see where they'd fit him in, with whether that would just be a rotation with Rudy as the cam, or whether we might look to maybe go 3 at the back at times and have possibly 2, sort of like a box midfield maybe, with him and Rudy. All interesting to see what we do this season. And then Ariel Amenda, obviously profile-wise, I think he looks really good, and an exciting signing. Again, has performed in the Champions League, Bundesliga. I did watch some of the highlights of Frankfurt, and he was sort of like a right. He looked like he was playing right back quite a lot, but not like in the Milan kind of mold. He wasn't bombing forward or getting forward. Very, very deep, decent passing. Almost like they were kind of having making it a 3 at times and shifting along. But yeah, he looked like he's big, 6'4", 6'5", strong in the aerial duels, decent on the ball. Looks like he can pick a pass, quite calm. So yeah, I think he'd be an attribute to the team. He doesn't look the super quickest. I did look at the list of quickest players in the Bundesliga, and he was way down, in the hundreds somewhere. So he's I don't think he's like real slow, but her pace isn't one of the attributes. Let's just put it like that. So it'll be interesting to see, how we're going to set up. Are we pushing? Are we squeezing the pitch like we did last year? Are we going to sit deeper so pace isn't so important? And just tactically, how's that all gonna line up? And of course, another right footer. So we've got obviously Bobby, Latti, Wolfenden, and now this would be another right footer. So if we're going to 3, then I guess you can afford to have 2 right footers in there, one in the middle and one on the right. If we're going to be playing a 4 at the back, I didn't see any evidence or highlights of Amenda being able to play on the left centre or the left side of the fence. So, but I'm sure the club have a plan and they know what they're going to do there. So that will be a good signing if we can get that one done, and still be interested to see what the club's going to do in terms of a left-footed centre back, because the other centre back I've seen us linked with was Tomori, and he is a good player I've always liked, but again, another right footer, has Premier League experience, so would be an exciting signing. But again, another right footer, so maybe they are going to, like we did with Latti last year, have a right footer playing at left back in some cases. And of course, we have got Liam Kitching, although I think most feel like Kitching will move to more of a kind of backup or rotation player, and you'd want a starting left-sided centre-back, ideally with good pace and Premier League experience. But let's see how it plays out. But yeah, Tomori would be a welcome signing in my book for sure. And then of course Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which again, really talented player, well into his career now. Wouldn't have any problems with him slotting in and doing playing in the Premier League. He's obviously done it before. He's been playing in Italy for Milan, so that would be exciting if we can indeed get those done. I don't know how much of that is paper talk. Like, I know Lampard's worked with them before during his Chelsea time, and he might have had Tomori at Derby maybe when he was there. I can't quite remember, but yeah. So really exciting. Will be interesting to see what the final team looks like and what the formation's going to be. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but yeah, exciting times. And I don't know if there was any other massive rumours that I need to cover. Let me have a quick look at Let's All Sing Together's list. I'm sure you're all on there already, but if you're not, get over to Let's All Sing Together, or hub for all things Cov, and really good. So, of course, we've got Carl Rushworth. We're still kind of waiting to see how that plays out. I read somewhere that the fees agreed at 28 million, which I think is pricey. You know, if it kind of sticks in, it sort of leaves a bit of a bad taste, because it was 10 million last year. He's had a really good season in the Championship, so he has a lot of value to us, and his stock has gone up, obviously. We know he's a talented keeper, but he's like mid-20s. He's never played in the Premier League, and now suddenly the fee's gone to like more than 20 million. Seems high. However, I think Doug will still do it at that price, because he'll be confident that Rushworth will have a good Premier League season with us, and we'll be able to get money back on him if he shows his talent again in the Premier League. And I'm sure if he does, he will be knocking on that England door. We know they've been looking at him already and they're aware of him. So yeah, I'm sure between him and Trafford, they'll be competing to replace Pickford as number one. And it's, you know, not to go on to international football, it's all about that, but I feel like this World Cup could maybe be Pickford's last as number one. He's looking a bit shaky, isn't he? I think maybe it might be the right time to move on to a new keeper, but we'll see. Anyway, that's by the by. Yeah, we spoke about some of the other ones on the last thing. The one that seems to be gaining a bit of momentum is Ross Barkley. As I mentioned on the last pod, I can understand why. And we do need to have players who've played in the Prem in and around the squad, and just you know, that experience. But it's kind of 50-50 one. I like, he's obviously a talented player and he's effective. If he can stay fit, he can definitely do a job. Feels a little bit uninspiring, but you know, if he comes along, I'll welcome him, and I'm sure we'll enjoy watching him play in a City shirt, and he'll get some goals and assists for us, I'm sure. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there in terms of the transfers. Another big welcome to Loum and Liam Kelly back to the club, and I hope everyone is doing well. Hopefully, I plan to get to the Northampton friendly, so it'll be a chance to see the boys run out. I don't think there'll be much of a sort of structural or tactical plan there yet, but be good to see the players getting a little bit of a run out. Hopefully Loum will be involved with that, because he's in the building, isn't he? He made his way out to Spain, and it would be great if Ariel Amenda would be confirmed by them, because I think they were waiting till Switzerland were out the World Cup to do the medical, according to reports online. So hopefully that gets done and that one gets across the line. And then we are starting to take shape, aren't we? I think there still needs to be a few bodies in the building. So let's see what happens once this, you know, the World Cup's coming to a close. It's just Spain, France, England, and Argentina left now, isn't it? So hopefully we can start getting our business done. I don't think there's anyone in those teams that we're going to be picking up unless we get John Stones as rumoured early doors, which I can't see. But we'll jump into True Sky Blue. Or no clue.
True sky blue or no clue.
All right, you remember the rules?
Yeah.
Okay, so take your time. Okay, question 1. Over 50,000 fans once watched a Coventry City home game. I think that's True Sky Blue or no clue?
True Sky Blue.
That is True Sky Blue. Well done. The record attendance was in 1967, 51,455. That was against Wolves, which is crazy. I mean, we call it the RICO then, the CBS holds just over 32,000. So I don't think we'll be breaking the home attendance record for some time. Okay, well done. Well done. Point on the board. Congratulations. That's a big smile. Well done. Okay. The record for the most consecutive league appearances for Coventry City is held by Steve Ogrizovic with 241 between August 1984 and September 1989.
No clue.
That's actually True Sky Blue. 241 consecutive games. That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Question 3. Frank Lampard has a win percentage of over 60% since taking over at Coventry.
Oh.
I think that's True Sky Blue or no clue?
True Sky Blue? It's
no clue, I'm afraid. He's got a good win percentage, 54.88, but not quite 60%. That was a bit of a tricky one. Okay. So that's 1 right and 2 incorrect. So get your focus on, girl. You're ready. Okay, question 4. Coventry's highest ever win, is 7-0. Do you think that's True Sky Blue or no clue?
The Queen's Park Rangers was like 7-1. But that one's 7-0. So no clue.
Correct. It's no clue. The highest ever win was 9-0 against Bristol City on the 28th of April, 1934. So it's quite a while ago. Okay, last question. That's 2-2 on this round. The player with the most appearances for Coventry City has played in over 600 games for the club. That's True Sky Blue or no clue?
True Sky Blue.
Well done. True Sky Blue. Give me a shake, man. That was Steve Ogrizovic. He played in 601 games. All right, Eden, well done. That was a better round. 3-2, 3 correct answers.
Yeah.
Brilliant. How are you feeling? Good. Well done. Is it fun learning about some of the old facts?
Yes.
Good. All right, well, I think that will be the end, and we will wish everyone well and play up Sky Blue.
Thank you for listening. Please share, like, or leave a review if you like what we're doing.
Little twist, big shout. Little twist, big shout. Little twist, big shout. Little twist.